Melanated family, what's up, man? Back for a special edition, right? This is the Tuesday edition of the Melanated Convo podcast. Everybody who watches the show, who tunes into the show, thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for your support. All those good things. Please go to YouTube, subscribe to the show on YouTube, the Melanated Convo on YouTube, all the digital platforms, Spotify, Overcast, all these different places. Continue to show your boy love. I've been getting a lot of love on the audio only platforms, and we definitely appreciate that. Got a special guest in the house with me today. I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but everybody, do me a favor, man. Go to if you go to my Instagram page, Melanated Convo 100, or you can email me at melanatedconvopod@gmail.com. We got the new podcast merch, man. We got the new podcast merch. We got the shirts. To anybody who's been rocking with me, get one of these shirts, man. Come on now, get one of these shirts.
Melanated state of mind, y'all.
$20. I'll ship the shirt to you. If you're in Sacramento, I'll bring it to you. We got this shirt comes in gray and it comes in white. You feel me? The shirt that he's holding up comes in 3 or 4 different colors. Holla at me. I'm going to be posting videos and information about the shirts for the podcast and any other clothing that I have coming up. But
you said you're going to bring it to him, bro?
If they in Sac, I will drop the shirt off to you 100.
Wow.
Just to get support from my people, just to see
that service.
Just to see people wearing the shirt. You feel me? So on the show today, right? As you can see, it looks a little bit different, but I got my homeboy with me. This is my homeboy, man, since 7th, 8th grade. This has been one of my best friends. I'm thankful to have 5 best friends. 4, 5, 4, 4, 5.
It was
5. Okay, leave that alone. I got 4 best friends that I've been having since 8th grade, elementary school. You know what I mean? So I'm blessed to have these brothers in my life. One of the brothers is sitting right here with me, my homeboy for 20-something years. My homie Jarrette Bourn, JB. How you doing,
What's up, man? What's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Thanks for having me on the show, bro. Appreciate it.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you for being here with me, man. So me and my brother.
Studio with you.
There we go. Me and my boy JB is going to talk about the different things going on in the community, right? So the main topic of the show today, right? Me and my brother was having a conversation, some things that we witnessed and some people we talked to. We're going to talk about why do black men date outside of their race. Now, this is a really compact argument, and it's a lot of moving pieces. I've spoken about it before as far as black men dating outside of their race. Just in general, though, I think it's a very intriguing topic to talk about interracial relationships because it reveals to me interracial relationships sometimes, like politics, like religion, can let you see how people view the world. Sometimes it enlightens you to how people view other races. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a very important conversation. So the bulk of the show is going to be about why black men date outside of their race, and we're going to break that shit down. Now, also, before we get to that, something my boy brought up to me. We, like the past few shows, I've spoken about Ja Morant in the unfortunate situation that young brother is facing right now. Just, being young and black, having all this money, all the different things he's going through, and he's being punished for it by the NBA, right? And if we look at it, if we just look at how a lot of black athletes are treated by the white power structure, we got to keep that real. Sometimes it feels like to me that they may want your talent, like they may want your talent in the things you bring to the table, but may not want the other things that come with you. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we're going to talk about that today. And first thing, JB, I wanted to cover and don't forget, like, subscribe, become a member of the Melanated family as soon as you can. You feel me? One thing I wanted to talk about with the Ja Morant situation, you was mentioning to me that you felt the punishment didn't fit the crime.
No.
So at this point, it was 2 games, right? So he was, if anyone doesn't know, Ja Morant is a young basketball player for the Memphis Grizzlies, a superstar player on his way to becoming a mega superstar.
That was special.
He recently waved a gun. He was in a nightclub, a strip club, something along these lines. Strip club in Colorado. He waved a gun in front of, on camera. You know what I mean? What's going on, Bino? What's going on, Bino? He waved a gun on camera. And, me and Jarrette was talking about it. And, of course, that's irresponsible. But, Jarrette, to this point, hasn't there been other things, like other incidents with him and guns or whatever?
Well, I guess it was, a year back, a couple years back? Pulled a gun on a 17-year-old who I hear his friend said Ja says, "Should I get him? Should I get him?" And he's standing in front of this boy, and then Ja proceeds to hit him several times.
Yeah.
Why? Some things don't make any sense that Ja has been doing, but as far as being silly and dumb as a black athlete, you're going to suspend this man indefinitely for having a gun inside of a club. So is that illegal in Colorado? Actually, it's not. So why is there separate investigations? You're suspending this man for a elongated period of time. You say indefinitely. He has to go to counseling. He has to put these ridiculous little messages out to talk about what he's doing in life. But allow this to be somebody that was not that complexion. The severity of this would not be this harsh. We have to go back a little bit. We have to talk about our man, Muhammad Ali. Right.
Well, one thing me and Jarrette was talking about, right? So yeah, Ja Morant being the young black man, having a gun in the club, being in the position he's in currently, where he potentially is gonna be able to completely change the trajectory of his family's life now, but his family's life in the future too, like real shit. You see what I'm saying? So comes that level of accountability. There needs to be some wisdom there, where he makes the right decisions, where he don't do stupid shit, right? And we're aware of this. So I'm not negating the fact that the things he's been doing has been really stupid. I know one story, Jarrette, where he had an incident with a player after a game, and while driving off, he put the beam. So the young dude is infatuated with guns. You know what I mean? So the young dude's infatuated with guns. But JB, real quick, what someone wants to touch on while I brought that up, we talked about this. How much is hip hop influenced? Like, how much is the music these young dudes listening to influencing how they act?
Well, you know, if you got all the way here listening to hip hop and playing basketball and hooping, then you wait till you get to superstardom and start pulling guns on people. Was that hip hop, or was that you trying to be a thug?
Well, okay. So yes, but what influence? Because Jarrette, I didn't see the video of Ja Morant.
You in my city, yeah. You in my city, yeah.
I didn't see the video.
Like, stop.
I didn't see the video of him waving the gun. But when Jarrette told me the dance he did, in the mannerisms he had.
He's going to gritty, y'all.
Bro, to me, a lot of this is the music. A lot of this is, and what I was talking to Jarrette about, y'all, is we understand how black kids who grow up in the hood, who grow up in urban environments, sometimes they take to those environments based on the environment, based on what they see, based on family members or something.
Right.
But what I'm learning, suburban kids sometimes are adjacent to white children who have never participated in any of this, never lived around it, but it's just as intrigued by it. And I think, Jarrette, sometimes when you're a suburban black kid, you feel a deeper connection because you are black, right?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, definitely. I agree with you 100% with as far as that concerned, but I do have to put up a small barrier as far as hip hop's concerned. We listen to hip hop.
We do.
We're not exceptions. We love our hip hop.
Yeah.
But did that make us do? I'm not talking about Ja, just period. If the things in hip hop, if you do what they say, come on, y'all. And hip hop and rap, whole other conversation.
Yeah, hip hop and rap. And then Bino said he feels untouchable. Great point, Bino, because something that I was thinking about, right? So take a 19-year-old, 20-year-old man from the hood, from anywhere in America, black young man from anywhere in America. Bro, if we look at the small, stupid shit we was doing it as teenagers, some of that was because we only had $14 in our pocket. You know what I mean? So
internet either.
So my stupidity can only go so far. If you give a 20-year-old black man $20 million, $30 million, it's easy to say you shouldn't fuck up. It's easy to say you shouldn't be in any trouble, but access kills people. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people who love drugs who just aren't dead because of drugs, simply because they can't afford it the way they want to, right? If you give people complete access and autonomy to anything, like Bino was saying, Bino, that's the untouchable feeling. Money, man, money is a drug in itself, family.
Yeah.
So look, Bino, you're right. Nobody you know would approve it, but well, we gotta factor in.
It was plumb dumb, Bino. It was.
We gotta factor in the cash cow element. Like, if he got the bag, because I see a lot of that now, where a nigga may be square, or he may not be with it like other people, but he put people around him who is, and people may not tell him stop.
Surrounded by yes men.
Because he got the bag.
If you're paying people,
this is my paycheck. So I'm not going to tell him stop. I'm going to try to maneuver around it to a way where I'm going to pat his ego. I'm going to pat his ego. I'm making him feel good so he can pay me. I think what Bino is saying, if you want to survive it, if you want to be in the league 15 years, making a shitload of money and don't have certain problems, you gotta have somebody around like that.
Then he goes. So there's like a history of things here. You go to the mall because your mom got to an argument with somebody about some shoes. You come there 10 deep and ask what time it's getting off. Like there's certain things that you shouldn't engage in. Even I wouldn't do. Let alone somebody that's worth this kind of bread. Ja, fall back into the shadows, brother. You don't have to be that dude. I appreciate you. You are great on that basketball court, man. I ain't saying shut up and dribble. Never gonna tell you that. But what I'm gonna do is say, shut up and don't pull guns.
Shut up and don't pull guns.
Yeah. Go dunk on somebody for me, Ja. Dunk on somebody for me, Ja.
Go dunk on somebody.
Come on.
And we have to, and I'm always cognizant of the fact that young black men come from certain environments and just sometimes the culture of things affect how we move. But he got to be smarter for his family. And the universe gives you signs, man. This could be the moment. A lot of athletes have gotten that wake-up call. You see what I'm saying? I just know. So I agree that he should be disciplined. He should be disciplined. He should notice the gravity of what he did. And I think personally, somebody around him is talking to him. Maybe he's not listening. But somebody talking to him, his dad, a homeboy. I think in a lot of these situations, everybody around isn't oblivious.
He's the breadwinner now.
But if you, the breadwinner for your family, sometimes that changed the dynamics. And like Bino said, you untouchable now. And if you untouchable
mentally,
who can fuck with you? Your mama, your daddy. If you pay your daddy,
the league can.
We seeing that. We seeing that.
With you.
We seeing that. But the people around you,
they say, man, sit down until we say to come back.
Yeah, it
doesn't add up, y'all. It just doesn't.
That's true.
It just doesn't. It's just anytime. And then another thing that came up about him. He said, "Oh, the Western Conference is easy. We ain't got no problems out here." Level of arrogance.
He just saying
a level of arrogance. You will be humbled by life, brother.
Yeah.
Like this is what happened to you right now.
Yeah.
Take notes, man. Don't let this persist in your life and be one of these cautionary tales.
Yeah, he gonna
come
have
out
to,
of this, man.
He gonna have to change how he moves. But something else I wanted to mention before we get off of the Ja Morant situation. A lot of people are mentioning like the parenting, like his family. Like when shit like this happen, people become salacious. You know what I mean? So they're gonna talk about his family. They're gonna talk about how he wasn't raised right. Talk about all these different things, and I can't speak to that.
Come on, bro.
I can't speak to that. We was reading something previously, like before the show started. Me and JB was reading something that Patrick Beverly said on a podcast.
On a Bleacher Report.
This is important. Where you speak and how you speak and who you speak in front of. All this shit is important. You feel me?
Right.
And he mentioned that Ja Morant is because of hip hop. It's because of his parenting. Now, I was reading some of the article. I don't know the full context, so maybe he could have brought it around and spoke to the societal issues, or even on a platform like that, not giving them that, like being more protective of your young brother, because some black men at times find themselves in a situation where they was young and black and didn't make mistakes or didn't make some of the mistakes they see the other brothers making. Yeah. I think that's hard to do. Yeah, we got brothers who are smart and listen to the people around them, but a lot of young people, put black aside for a minute, a lot of young people was just hard-headed as shit. But like me and JB was talking about, if you look at the black athlete though, like the black superstar athlete who is rebellious, and speak their mind.
It don't cost that either.
It don't cost that.
If you're just on top of your game.
And they get punished. Like it happens a lot to boxers, in my opinion, is looking at the purview. Like we talk about Jack Johnson, we talk about Muhammad Ali, we talk about Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson. A lot of these celebrities, like a lot of these brothers who are flourishing now, they almost had to get buck broke. Like the system brought them through so much shit that they had to learn some things, but they were harshly punished because they were braggadocious and unapologetic and didn't kowtow to the media. Like, this is important. If you get in front of the white media, most of them are white, right? Let's keep it fucking real.
Right.
If you get in front of the media and you don't say what they want to say, if you don't give it up the way they want to, they end up just calling you a bad seed.
The media, what you say, castration. The media castration of black men has been happening for a long time.
Yeah.
Look at Mike Vick. Look at Brett Favre.
Yeah. See, that's a good example. So Brett Favre, like, I've known NBA athletes to smoke weed, hit women, fight dogs, right? Fight dogs.
NFL.
DUI, just players in general, though.
Okay.
Let's look at the harshness of what athletes do.
Some of them, right.
Some of them that causes them to go to jail or be involved with the law. DUI, problem with a woman, having weed, IRS problems, right? Brett Favre stole millions of dollars from underserved people.
The poorest people in America.
How did that play out? Like what his punishment is gonna be is what it's gonna be. But the whole layout of it, ain't nobody talking about it like that.
With his caucasity, my brother, he is suing 3 people for calling him a thief, and he is.
That's white privilege.
That's what that is.
That's white privilege. Thinking that I can have text messages. I can have where there's smoke, there's fire like a motherfucker.
Everybody turning it back.
There's fire everywhere with this dude. But the media, yes, people are saying it's bad, but we not talking taking away his livelihood.
Kyrie.
See, with us, it's like you fucked up, but we gonna change your life now. You're gonna have to not just say you sorry, but we need you to go to counseling. Did Brett Favre go to counseling from stealing from poor people?
Did he?
Did he have to go to goddamn a little camp that teaches you how to be sensitive?
Not even this, y'all.
No. And then, like, to me, once, because the lawyers and everybody involved in Brett Favre's case, when he sued everybody, the white lawyers came out and said, this is preposterous. I don't know where he gets off thinking he can sue everybody. He should get even more type of a harsh punishment because you got the audacity to do that. But there's a difference. And Mike Vick, this poor brother, who in my opinion, I hear him talk a lot. He's slightly castrated too, right?
Absolutely.
He's slightly castrated. This brother still be apologizing for dog shit.
Then he gonna say the thing that lets you know that you got to kiss the ring of your white daddies if you play that game is the fact of him saying, "Oh, Lamar, you could have got there and played with your knee. You got there and played when you was hurt. It's okay. Be there for your team."
Sometimes
don't do that.
Sometimes
don't have the NFL's back over your brother's back.
Sometimes when Negroes get stripped of their fame and their fortune, they become buck broken. Now that y'all let me back in.
Oh, Master said you wrong. Master said you wrong.
Now y'all let me back in. I'm doing whatever I can to keep the position, and I'm gonna advise the other niggas shut up. You better shut up and dribble and do what they say. You seen what they did to me? You see what I'm saying?
He did a year for fighting dogs. Brett Favre should be underneath the jail as far as I'm concerned.
Bro, nobody should fight.
Talking about it.
Nobody should fight animals. I'm not for fighting dogs. I have dogs. I would never think about doing it.
We love pets over here.
But hella jail time. So cockfighting. So we can fight certain animals, but not others. Stop all that shit. That was a find. He should have been fined. Take the dogs. Find him a shitload of money. Take the dogs, make him do the PSAs, right? Clean it up, make sure he know and people know that's
not on a PETA tour.
But look, if cockfighting is cultural to you in your community, so is dog fighting in mine. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you. Niggas fought dogs where I was from.
Not us. People around us. Clarify.
And I'm against it. Now that I have animals, I'm against it, but certain things are cultural and we make it normal depending on who's doing it. And that's not fair. You see what I'm saying? So Ja Morant, I think he'll end up being okay, but it's a learning process that men, black men especially, sometime in this society have to be aware of. You know what I mean, JB?
Yeah, absolutely. And the job, you're on TV for being a great basketball player. Let's not go on ahead and make yourself known for something that you don't need to be known for, brother.
Yeah.
It makes absolutely no sense to put that type of mark on your career and your family's lineage. And as far as whatever you brought you to this point, I think you're going to bounce back, bro. You're going to be all right. But just stop brandishing guns on IG Live immediately.
immediately. And like I said, I'm sure someone who loves him is around him saying, what the fuck was you doing? But he got to be willing to listen. You feel me? So,
Yes.
Everybody, now let's get to the topic of the show. If you listen to this on one of the audio platforms, like the show, subscribe, leave a comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, do your boy a favor and share the video. The show is live on my personal Facebook page as well, which is Harrison Anderson.
Yes.
Do your boy a favor and share that, like it. We finna get into it, right? Because me and JB was talking. And we got certain men around us who will say they don't date black men. Let's keep it real. We talking about black men in our community who will say, I don't date black women. We got some black men who will say she too masculine, bro.
Like she had a penis.
They say she too masculine, bro.
I heard a guy tell me that, yes.
They say she too domineering. She's too bossy. She got an attitude, all these things. Share this video, share it out to your people. Let's get into the conversation, JB. So first thing we're going to talk about, because this is, like I said before we started all this, the interracial dating complex in America, to me, is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always what you think, see?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it is, right? So it's worth unpacking. So let's talk about first reasons that black women are the way they are currently, right? So we got to break it down from a cultural.
When you say they are the way they are, what do you mean?
Great question. So when we look at a black woman having a mentality of a strong woman, using the cloak that I have to be strong, I have to be resilient.
I don't need nobody.
I have to speak up for myself. I have to protect me because nobody will, right? I may be raised in an environment where the history of our people, going back from slavery and how those black women were mistreated to where we are now, all of these generations have been suffering from little or pieces of disenfranchisement that your family and the people around you have learned how to deal with correctly, deal with without being toxic, right? But it's a difficult thing. So when I look at a black woman, I don't initially say if she has an attitude, if she's mean to a man, if she's bossy, if she's domineering, all of this shit, I don't look at this and say, okay, I'm not going to deal with black women because of her. Yes. Because it's so many different flavors and styles of black women. That's some bullshit. But we got to keep it real. Culturally, something has happened to our women and us that put us in a situation where we feel like the black man is the enemy or the black woman is the enemy. But JB, before we get back into that, let's talk about the different reasons we've heard black men say they don't date black women.
I've heard that she is too dominating. She acts like she don't need me. She's very demanding of my time, my body, my pockets. One guy, he told me that he don't like them. He can't run his fingers through their hair because it was too nappy. And he was my complexion. That definitely hurt me. Like, wow, your mother and your sister look just like me, like us too. So that's a little bit of a jigaboo comment for me. A little bit of an Oreo comment for me. I think that though, a lot of black women sometimes they have this idea of I can do it all on my own, and that is a good thing to have unless you want to have a mate, because demasculating your man will lead to you being lonely by yourself. If you don't care about that, then that's okay. That's your life. That's also true, my brother, the music about single women in our culture, from the Beyoncés to the Sierras, who people who are married singing about being single. And maybe Beyonce wasn't married at the time when she made that song, but Sierra sure is. And she's pushing this narrative of, black single women. And the economists and the people that, all the people that run the money around the planet, they want black women single because they spend more money when they're single. True. But
and that's a good point. But I want to break down real quick because we're going to get to the bottom of this shit tonight. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the reasons black men don't date black women. Let me give y'all a few of the reasons and some of the causes where black men may feel like that, right? So first off, anytime we have a conversation like this, where we're talking about the opposite sex, especially being men, it's important that we identify the characteristics of a man. So if any man in society, black, white, Asian, whatever your damn color, in order for a woman to, let's keep it real, I don't want to offend nobody here, but I'm gonna go there. In order for a woman to fall in line, you gotta be worth falling in line for.
Yeah.
So financially, how do you handle money? How do you deal with pressure? How do you deal with your kids? Do you keep your fucking word? See? Because look, I've seen situations where a man will say, I don't like black women, but this black woman just puts pressure on them. Hey, what's up with that? Hey, when we gonna do that? See? So if you a man who know how to handle yourself first, because you can find yourself with some other shit, but if you a man who know how to handle yourself, these things shouldn't bother you. So if a man says, hey, I don't like black women because of their hair. I don't like black women because of their attitude. I don't like black women because of all these superficial things. This is superficial, family.
Very.
So there's something bigger going on. And if you black, if your mama is black and you say you don't like black women, we gotta have a conversation. Because like me and JB was talking about earlier, and I'm gonna ask him about this because he's seen it as not valid, but understanding of, hey, the experiences I've had with black women make me say, I'm not messing with them. Right, JB?
In my case, no.
No, not you.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, bro, no. But we was talking about how
family. Sisters.
But we was talking about men who will say, like, we don't know quite if this man like is self-hating or any of this.
Yeah.
But
his mama whooping. And he holding a grudge.
But he has dealt with black women and he's had bad experiences with black women.
Yes.
So what will make him
Dennis Rodman? He said they called him ugly. You are. They have taste, brother. Hey, that's why he went for Madonna. You know what I'm saying? Because she would anything goes.
They said you were ugly.
Yeah,
you are
true.
That's hella funny. Hey, but JB, that's another point, bro. Because some of that shit be bullshit. But you just hit on something. Because I know black men.
We keep it real. We let you know.
Everybody can't take that shit.
Everybody can't handle it.
Everybody can't take that shit.
Everybody can handle it.
I've seen black men who are people would probably consider unattractive, not cool, hella tall, very good at sports, ends up making it to the league. But in high school, the pretty black girl wouldn't give him flavor. In the social environments, Shaniqua wasn't rocking with him. But Becky was like, come on, black king.
I'll do your homework and
come on.
Okay. What's up, dude?
I'll do your homework and you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So what we gotta take into account, because I don't like the cool shit. I don't like when you just say you don't like black women because of all this superficial shit and your mama's black. But we can't discount someone's experiences.
Right.
So if a black man has the black women he's trying to come across have treated him a certain way, there's a space for that where you say, she gave me rhythm. Because look, we have to seek the woman. For the most part, you got to meet a woman. You got to chop up a little game with her. You got to talk to her. You got to make the move, right? What if a black man is making a move on sisters and they ain't rocking with him? One can be that can be his experience, and he now says, I'm going to just go where I was accepted.
Or you can also exude ancient tendencies. You know what I'm saying? Right?
That's what I was going to say. You can be hella, sometimes you can be corny. Sometimes you can just, there's no flavor there, right? But wait, that made me think of something. So I almost got to take that back, family, because no flavor there. But isn't that a bad thing?
What, no flavor?
Well, when we see
absolutely
no, listen. We see a black man who is perceived corny. See where I'm going with this? He's perceived corny. He's not in the cool crowd. In high school, he has the big ass backpack. He has hella dimples. He has all the
school with a headshot.
He has all the AP classes. Like he not cool to people.
Look at him now.
these dudes end up being solid individuals,
success stories.
So
quite a few of them.
Sometime, are we like, even as black people, as young black people, are we using like too much of a superficial tendency to pick our partner? Like, keep it real. We gonna keep it real tonight. We grew up in the hood. We grew up in a hood environment. The girls like D-boys, JB. Don't front. The D-boy with the fly ride. Didn't they like him?
Absolutely.
The nigga that had all the AP classes with the glasses on and the big ass backpack, he got no love.
Danger is fun. Consistency is boring. For some of these girls in these streets. Okay. I got a family member. My family member, she was just, all she wanted was a thug. That's it. Now she's way out of that now.
Yeah.
But there was a time where it was strictly that. It's like you just, that's it. Like
excitement.
That's all.
Well, because I think, because that's in our neighborhoods that happens, and I will acknowledge that, right? But sometimes I think just women in general, we gotta admit, that was me. No, yeah.
Who that?
No. This is the homeboy who got a farm. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? He got a farm and everything. Like he doing it big, but he's a thinking brother though. Like he was at the event. I was just at the event with that. He a thinking brother though. He a smart brother. He intellectual, right? He not gonna have on the designer. He not gonna have on all this cool shit. So in high school, keep it real, the chicks passed by that guy.
All you heard was you were a square, huh, brother?
Yeah. And now in society, everybody's trying to square up. That's the thing in American society, especially black men. Old black men to tell you, you better get square, brother. You better get you a job. But let's keep it real, Jarrette. In high school, a square was a cuss word.
Even after. You're the L7. You're the L7. You're the L7. Yeah. You know, that definitely applied to me at some point in my life. But then other things will come up where it was, you know, you're doing a little bit in the streets or whatever. Yeah. It's like I'm not that was not my driving force. Hey, I want her to look at me. Yeah. So I'm gonna do something felonious, something crazy with my time in my life. No, that's not the case. Things just happen that way, you know. But back to our point that we were talking about as far as like, you know, interracial stuff. Yes. Have you noticed the amount of biracial couples on TV nowadays? Is that because the white race is dying off and they want to repopulate? That's
1,000% what it is. Right. I think Chris Rock or somebody just mentioned that in their special about that, and that's really like okay, so
he did. I've been saying that a long time ago. That, though. You're right.
Everybody has. You know what I mean? That's a common thought, and it's well known in 20 to 30 years. The white race, their numbers are dwindling. Excuse me. They're not having sex and having babies at the rate that's necessary for a species to survive.
That puzzles me. I see a lot of white people.
You see a lot of white people. But a lot of them can't have kids. A lot of them or have issues with their bodies where they can't. That's some other shit, but that's real. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So us and Mexicans, you know what I mean?
Brother, too much water, copy.
Bathroom, copy. Oh, go ahead. But other races of people, JB got to use the bathroom. He taking a quick bathroom break. Wait, don't drop the light, fool. Yeah, but us and other people, like we seem to procreate faster. We seem to procreate without a problem. I think a lot of this has to do with our melanin. I think a lot of this has to do with our reproductive system. I think a lot of this has to do with what we eat and what we consume. You know what I mean? I think a lot of it is just like nature, way of evening things out. like shit. Okay. Real talk, real quick. When we look at white society, now we're not speaking about all white folks, but we look at what the white man in general. I'm not breaking you down to what part of Europe you're from or all that, because you don't do that shit to us. Breaking down white folks in general, they've done horrible shit to society. In general, even if you go to the Bible, a lot of those wars were fought over religion. It was fought over anger, not love. You see what I'm saying? And they've been doing that to themselves. After the Neanderthals were ruining themselves and eating themselves and doing all kind of crazy shit, they put that on a lot of different people in our society. So how do you fix that problem? You see what I'm saying? How do you fix that problem? Fixing that problem may be what they going through genetically. JB, I was just talking about how the white birth rate is what it is, and we can look at like melanin levels, we can look at how people eat, we can look at like the nature of things, but also you can look at what they've done to the planet. Like they've done some horrible shit to the planet. You think that shit don't happen?
Reap what you sow.
Karma and what you do to people, that shit is real. right? So maybe y'all just getting paid back.
Mess with your chromosome.
think about how much bullshit we've had to endure on the head of white people. Because I talk to white people and they do this trick to me where they be like, "What? No, I'm not white. I'm Italian. I'm Eastern European."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What does your census say, player? Your census says white. You're white. Stop the bullshit.
And you will never change that either.
If I gave you the option to come over here,
don't do it.
You would laugh at me. So don't play semantic word games. You're white and you get privileges because of it.
And that white umbrella got big, huh? You got Mexicans in it now, and who else? Come on.
You want to go there? Let's go there. There's some of you,
bright skin,
some of my brother, some of my essays, some of you guys. When the census come, you be like, so what I was saying was, yeah, when the census come, you check white on that thing and it's conscious. That's not, I don't know. What should I pick? No. I want that motherfucking job. I want that job. White ice seems colder to a lot of people.
Yes, it does.
not just black coons. There's a lot of Mexican people because in these other countries, y'all, the dark people in other countries get held too. The dark Mexicans are treated like niggas.
What's that called? Oh, Australia. The Aboriginals. Watch how they get treated over here.
Every country
that's disgusting.
With a dark population, they get treated like shit. And that's not by mistake.
What about the Spaniards and the Black Bull? When the Moors came into Spain, that Black Bull is a black bull they symbolize the kill every time it comes through there and sticking with the knives and
putting that red thing in front of them.
And that whole little deal was because the Black Moors came through and took over. They said, you know what? I'm sick of you darkies. Let's get a bull and kill it every year to remind us of our freedom from them.
So everybody, what we talking about? We got a little off track, but it's all good shit, Jarrette. What we talking about is why black women date black, or why black men date outside of their race, right? And we're talking about the self-hate of it. Because if all these other races have hate for us, like they show the disdain when you walk in a room, when you go different places, when you show up with your woman, you feel like a goddamn criminal, right? Some people think I'm opting out of that shit. If I got a choice, I'm gonna opt out of it. And some brothers may find themselves in situations where they're in environments that's not a lot of black people. This is a dangerous environment for a black man because we see black men in the hood who'll say, I don't date black women. And again, this is self-hate. Some of it's self-hate. Some of it is opting out of blackness. Some of it's, I want a curly head baby. Keep it real, JB.
Yeah. It's mentally hating. It's mentally hating yourself and a little bit of retardation, I think. As far as, you can't say that word no more? Okay, whatever. I'm saying some black people, the way we think about ourselves is straight tarded, and everybody else wants to be us, but you look in the mirror and you like yourself.
Yes.
Like you really gotta work on that, y'all.
When the last time you met a white dude? Cool white dude. He cool. He solid though. Said, man, I'm not dating no white girls, bro. I stopped dating white girls 10 years ago, bro. You'd be like, what? If he say that, he sound like Young Thug. He sound like a damn rapper. His tone and his inflection, he think he one of us. See, that's where I'm going with that. Yeah. So he looks hip hop. He acts hip hop. He'll say, "Yeah, bro, I'm not. You know me. I did this, whatever." But a pure white man
never turn his back.
They'll never turn their back. So yeah, like we mentioned, some black men go through experiences where I'm a weird, awkward type of dude in a black community. I'm hella tall and lanky, and the sisters ain't giving me no play.
Yeah.
They're not shooting it to me. You see what I'm saying? But Becky is like, you're a goddess, Malik. Malik? Oh my God, Malik. You know what I mean?
Can I pet your hair?
This happens. So those brothers read some books, get around some black women, go to HBCU. That'll solve your problem.
Absolutely.
If you're in high school with that treatment, you'll find something in HBCU.
Find an honest black friend, a good man to hang out with.
You know what I mean? It'll change you. But we gotta keep it real. Sometimes black men don't date black women because they're lazy. Because what we was talking about, the cowardness part, where you may not be equipped. Like some of your attributes as a man don't align with somebody finna be like, where you at? What's up with that? Like the directness in the how black women approach things at times.
Challenging.
The challenging part, like we said earlier, just to preference everything, you have to be a man who do things the right way, though. You got to bring what you bring to the table. You can't be full of shit. All these things have to happen, or it's gonna be convoluted wherever you go.
Yes, sir.
But if you full of shit and you a man and you don't handle things the right way, and you kind of know this about yourself, you say, okay, I want somebody who gonna shut up.
I want a docile person.
I want somebody who just gonna take it from me.
You know what I mean? Go just feed me, hump me, and shut up.
But most importantly,
that's what
shut up.
I want. Most importantly, though,
shut up.
Most importantly, though, and if somebody's wishy for your skin color, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. This is real.
Because guess what? You're not the only person that looks like you.
Yeah.
So, creep.
See, because sometimes a black man will go to a different race and you don't realize that white woman like you because of your bravado, Malik. Once you get straight and narrow, she gonna start going to the club and find DeAndre.
You're too clean cut now, Tyrone. I liked you when you were grinding and drinking 30 ounces on the corner.
Why'd you cut your hair?
I like your dreadlocks.
Why you go to church now? Put that future back on. You know what I mean?
Having a suit? I want your pants sagging.
You know what I mean? I want the nigga in you. You see? So everybody has to find that out. Like black men have to be aware. Do you have self-hate issues? Like, did your mama whoop your ass to the point where you don't want no woman to talk? Because when you hear a woman talk, you hear your mama.
Your punk ass might deserve it. Just saying. You probably was a punk ass kid. But this is the scoop. If your mama whooped, I got whooped. I love black people. My dad with my mom, they both whooped me. That didn't deter me from my blackness. You know what I mean? So that's personal. I'm talking from experience. I was whooped. Hey, I'm okay in life.
I think sometimes it's the opt-out formula, JB. I've experienced an environment with no black people. In the white women or the Mexican women, the Asian women, because culturally, me and Ginger was talking about this earlier, culturally, some of these women, their culture is to be more submissive. It's a cultural thing. It isn't something they're doing for a certain man. It's just a cultural thing, right? But in reality, relationships have to be a combination of that shit. You need a woman to listen to me. Oh, damn. That's the universe. That's God. Boy, tell us. Keep going.
Mother Nature.
You need a woman when you're in a position as a man where you are where you're thinking logically and you know something's about to happen or you know something needs to happen. You need to be able to tell your woman, hey, stop. Let's do it now. She needs to be able to listen to you, but you got to be worth listening to, like we talked about earlier. Yes. You see what I'm saying? Uh-huh. So you need that. But a woman who just does whatever you say, like whatever you like, coming to America. Coming to America.
What would you like to eat? What would you like to eat?
Whatever you like. Bark like a dog.
I need you to think a little bit.
I need you to think a little bit. And that was very funny. That was a funny skit. Mm-hmm. But in reality, if you're a real man, you want a woman who. You come home from a hard day, you tell her information, and she need to be able to say, hey, what you just told me, that was some bullshit.
True.
Let's change something.
True.
Like you need a truth teller. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because any man who likes a docile woman, just like, because when Jitter was talking about it, like early in America, that's what America was. Like women couldn't vote, they couldn't get their license. If you was at the store without your husband, they're gonna be like, where Mr. Williamson at? What the fuck he ain't here with you? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can't shop alone. You can't shop alone. How dare you?
Right. You know another thing too, though. As far as how America's against melanated people like yourself, to have a black couple that's really on the same page, strong, and I feel like that's one of the best ways to kind of counteract what the plan is trying to do to you.
Yeah.
Two people in the same house feeling the same way about things that we both go through on a constant basis. As far as the dominant society trying to push us down and make it feel like we're not nothing. We have somebody that can relate to you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever race you are, we're talking about our race. So I feel like that's an easy way for you to keep on building and growing. Sometimes when you go outside of it, there's a lot more cultural things that you have to deal with.
Come on.
I ain't just talking about your raisins and potato salad. Oh, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about how you raise your kids and how your kids are clean. To that point. To that point.
This is real talk.
Clean your children. But some people have biracial mates their cleanliness does not meet ours. I know someone. It's a cousin of mine. I ain't gonna. She live in Germany. Anyway, look, my nephew I was on FaceTime. He picked up a turd.
What you mean, like
a turd, and was playing with it.
Playing with shit? Let's be clear.
She has a German husband. She's black. She's over there now. She nasty.
Hey, but see, here's the thing. So that's why it's great to be in touch. That's why it's great to be in touch with who you are as a black person, because people will say, I love this woman, like for who she is and what I've met about her. And this can be true. This can be genuine as shit. But cultural differences can't escape nobody.
No.
And you black, keep this real. It's rare that your ass get with a woman from a different culture and they fuck with you like that.
All the way up and
down. Like that.
Like
I know a lot of people.
March with you type stuff.
I know a lot of people who they may accept your black ass, but they got all these names for you. You feel what I'm saying? They got all these names in their language to call you a nigga. Other people are much less accepting than us. A part of our problem as African people is everybody can come to the cookout. As long as you're hungry, come on in. And we allow traitors and sabotagers and all kind of shit.
It's a gift and a curse of us. It's a gift and a curse.
A gift and a curse.
Harriet Tubman knew the worst ones was the ones that was acting like they was cool, but going back, and she would let them have it quick. I have to agree with her. If you're not for us, step off.
And see, that's why interracial relationships can work, but you have to be a black. That's why I always speak black empowerment, because if you love your people, I think if that's your energy as a man, you're not gonna let nothing come between that. Not a relationship or nothing. Nope. So you're gonna have to have a ally ass white woman or Mexican woman,
whatever color she is.
Which you can find that, but it's about you. If you a coon, you're gonna find somebody who y'all probably be talking about police brutality and how we need to pull our pants up and all this bullshit. What you talk about in your house is important. But if you got a white woman who's riding with you and with you, that can work. But like Dr. Umar always makes a point about interracial relationships in not the intimacy part, but the legacy part. So I can never disagree with that, because let's say I love this white woman and she was down for me when I was alive. Like, man, I seen no flaw. End of the day, if I got $9 million and we married, she gets $9 million.
And if you did your job correctly, it's gonna go to your family.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
You know.
But I guess the small risk of the small risk of, well, it's in Sally Williamson's name now, and she can do what she wants. So giving her control of it is like a
look what happened to OJ, liking white women. That's a prime example.
He gonna die on that hill though.
Oh yeah,
he's still running around with him to this day. Like that one died, but shit,
boy. OJ the Oreo boy.
OJ, and he's a prime example. We highlighted him because of what he went through.
Yes,
but that's society though. Like the interracial conversation we have in today, everybody, we're talking about why black men date white women or just outside of our race. And it's a very convoluted conversation because we do have the OJs of the world who wanted to get away from being black. Like literally a white woman, because he said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. What? Because we got to realize this too. No, you're black. In the early 1900s, white women, for some men, before a black man became a complete coon, it was like, this is a prize. This is something I couldn't have. Forbidden fruit. Like a motherfucker. I couldn't touch this kind of woman at all. Now the law passed. It was literally the laws passed to change the miscegenation laws, like black women and black people in other races dating. When those laws changed, black women or black men rushed out there. It was really a thing. Like, ooh, I used to get hung and beaten for dating this type of woman. Now I can. And some black men took that opportunity to say, this is all I'm going to do now. You see what I'm saying? They took it a little bit too far.
And some, I know that mentality for some of the brothers was, I'm going to stalk at the master's daughter.
I hear that now.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm getting her back.
I'm getting her back. Brother. You sound stupid.
You sound stupid. You just want some pussy, nigga. You just want some pussy.
You're sharing taxes? She going to say, what, huh?
You're not getting her back. You just want that white thing. See, so as black men, we have to be able to separate, because do I think a black man can have a revolutionary mind and a revolutionary spirit and be with like an Asian woman or a Mexican woman, a white woman? Definitely. But that has to be in you first, though.
Mm-hmm.
You see, sometimes what I notice is we see a pattern, though. Like, we'll see a black man who don't date outside of their race. Then we see that he a cop too. He got the Blue Lives Matter sticker too. So it keeps getting farther. Like, that's just a sign of how you feel about your people. Mm-hmm. And that happens a lot of times. You know what I mean?
For sure. No question about it.
Yeah. So definitely. Me and my brother JB bringing everybody to the show, man. Why black men don't date black women, why they date outside of their race. We spoke about like the insufficiencies in historical context where black women was treated a certain way. In slavery days, black women had to be strong because of the system stripping us away from each other.
Yes.
So some of it was just happenstance. So now you got a woman, who's 29 years old, but her epigenetic makeup is of all these older black women who've put into her, be strong, do for yourself, all this shit that they had to deal with. So now she's acting and speaking this way. And what I think, like what black women can do, in my opinion, is just recognize this. I'm not telling you to change who you are or like
be strong,
but recognize that you may be dealing with generational problems of needing to hold on to stuff and needing to like defend your skin. Like black girls, because think about this too, everybody, just real quick. Black boys in school growing up, if you're in a certain environment, certain type of teacher, we know most public school teachers are like 80-something% white women. We had to deal with shit as black boys being over criminalized, being treated like we're too tough, being given all this medication and shit. Well, black girls had a different angle, because sometimes as a young black boy, a white counterpart or a student or a teacher still sees your black strength, so they're gonna treat you a certain way. A black woman is unprotected. She's a double minority, so she's black and she a woman, so they're gonna say some shit around her. They're gonna say some shit to her. They're gonna be slightly more disrespectful. Because I remember in high school, some teachers were scared of some of them black students.
Yes. You know another thing too that's interesting to me? Sometimes it's like when people try to make you steer you away from something, kind of what I want to be doing.
Yeah.
So like between all the gay commercials, I see a lot of gay commercials with a lot of black males, like talking about AIDS or whatever, and how to keep it a secret or whatever it is on when I'm watching Hulu or whatever. And then I see the interracial stuff. I'm like, that's black males together, and then that's interracial. Where's the black woman and the black man?
That's intentional. That's intentional.
Interesting. So you're trying to keep us away from each other. So I say, let me fight through the barriers and go back home.
And something I was going to say a little earlier, JB. What if, because they mentioned the percentage of black men and the marriage percentage, the percentage of black men and women who live together in the home, the percentage is lower than other races of people, right? If we were strong families, this country would be in trouble. Any type of unity, the first type of unity, because we be preaching, come together for events, like black folks need to come together, like a code of conduct, all this shit. But if the black men and women started there, think about if 90% of the households in America with black people was a man, an able-bodied man and woman. This country wouldn't have a chance.
COINTELPRO was started to stop black unity.
Come on now. And the FBI just came out and said, sorry, we've been at y'all protests fucking around too. Our bad. Yeah, the Tyree Nichol or the Breonna Taylor, one of these recent protests over the past 3 years. There was one in Denver, a Black Lives Matter protest in Denver. A federal agent was there. A federal agent was there undercover, starting some of the fires, starting some of the bombs. But in reality, if you listen to people who are knowledgeable, a lot of people have been saying this kind of shit. You see what I'm saying?
Judas and what's it called? The movie? Judas?
Yeah.
And the Messiah?
Yeah.
Messiah?
You see what I'm saying?
Fred Hampton?
This has always been happening. Sometimes as black folks, we just got to get slapped in the face to realize it's still taking place. But this happens on all levels, you see? That's why the black empowerment thing is so beautiful, because who you date don't matter if you on code.
We had the family to be reminded that black lives matter. Think about that.
And then
we matter on TV. We play basketball.
And then they told us,
streets?
and that's the thing. Another thing about Ja Morant, we were talking about Ja Morant's issues in black athletes getting castrated like a motherfucker. Something that I don't like is our swag is okay when it's within those lines. You will let me dance and jigaboo when I'm in the lines, but let me show up to your doorstep.
Keep it right.
Let me date your daughter. See, that's why relationships are so important. A white man can say, I don't have no problem with a black man, but then ask him, can your 17-year-old daughter date a black man? He'll spit in your face.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
So that means you have a problem with black folks then. You see what I'm saying?
Obviously.
And we shouldn't be, look, any black parent or group of black people who say, I don't date outside my race, I say, do that shit. Because do you know a secret? Most people don't want to date outside of their race. Do you know what Asian parents are telling their kids, and Mexican parents are telling their kids, white parents are telling their kids? Date Tyrone. Yeah, fuck around with him, but you ain't marrying him.
You name it.
You ain't bringing him home like that.
Or marriage? No.
I'm gonna throw up, and I'm gonna disown your ass. That whole disown.
They ain't my grandkids.
That whole disown ideology. That's not us. Our loving asses. We gonna love whoever, wherever.
You can smoke crack or be crazy. You still gonna love me in our family.
Other races.
He just ain't right. He just ain't right. He be all right.
Your uncle just ain't right.
Y'all leave him alone. Let him be.
Other races disown
you, baby.
Other races disown your ass and mean it. I mean, it's 15 years later. Quickly. He still ain't talked to her dad.
Quickly.
He meant that shit.
Quickly.
I ain't fucking with you or the nigger baby.
No.
And then we'll have a white man who say, I come to Jesus now and I see things differently because now I got a black grandkid. And now I better have my black grandkid. And they gotta see humanity in the child.
But you can see it before that.
You couldn't see the father. The father was a menace. But the 2-year-old girl who has light skin and curly hair.
Yes. Who doesn't talk back?
Yeah, I can start with her. You see what I'm saying?
She's lovable.
Yeah, see? So it's a very complex situation, and I don't have a problem with it. But sometimes I see you Negroes date white women or women outside of our race, and then you show me coon ideology. It be aligned sometimes. Because really, how you talk in your house is everything. Everybody keep it real at home.
Yeah.
So at home, what are you talking about with Becky? Is she riding with you? Is she the kind of white woman that's listening to you talk about our oppression? And saying, okay, how can I help?
You know what's on my mind right now? His name is Hershey Walker.
Is his wife white?
One of them were. Yes. He loves his white women.
Makes sense.
Hershey Walker, he done beat on, left, abandoned, got to pay for abortions. He was just on TV trying to be a politician.
Hey, what did he say, JB? What did he say? What did he say, JB?
Okay. So he said, Hershey Walker. I call him Hershey, y'all. Hershey Walker. What do you think about women's rights? Well, the women's, you see, they can't go grocery shopping because the women's, you see, that's a question for women's. Because
he put an S on it. I was asking my friends, wait, did he put an S on it?
Because
he put an S on it.
You buffoon, but they put you on TV though. You represent a certain type of person.
Hey, what did you say about now? You said something about they getting jacked. They getting.
You can't go to the ATM. You can't go get no bread. You go groceries. You don't get no bread. The women's got to be safe. Shut up.
You go groceries.
Man, go do some push-ups somewhere.
Herschel Walker was funny, but he was
on TV.
He was a blatant example
Uncle
of
Ruckus.
What they do to us. They heard him talk. They said, no, wait. Let him talk again. Perfect.
Trump called him Hershey. Yeah, hey, Trump, huh?
He's my Hershey. He's my little black goddamn minion. Is what he is.
He's still getting a perm. If you're still getting a perm right now, you know time with the Jew.
Hey, no, this is real shit. This is real shit. Some of my black brothers is bald head, like my brother here, and a couple of other homeboys, you know what I mean? But if you're a black man with hair and you don't have a hairline, I don't trust you far as I can throw your ass.
They can spray it on now.
I don't trust your motherfucking ass. I be telling my no. I mean, you're choosing. You have a hairline. You're choosing to do nothing with it. You're choosing the baby fro with no hairline.
I think you're splitting hairs now. There's probably some really good brothers with some tore up hair. They have no time to worry about going to the bar.
Hell no. Okay? If you can't go to a black barber shop, I don't trust you.
Farmer out there with torn hair, I'm here for you. Okay?
Well, if a barbershop
comb your hair.
If a barbershop is 400 miles from your house, that's different.
Come on.
But you gotta get that lined up, player.
Come on.
Because that's the hairline they give you. Think about all the coon black men.
Now we're
no hairline.
Now we're being cosmetic hating. Come on.
Oh, my bad, Joe. He's bald headed, so he's don't do that. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Yeah. He got his George Jefferson popping.
Where Weezy at?
But thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another.
What's up, Blue? Hey,
Blue Girl. Yeah, Blue Girl. She always on the show. How you doing today, Blue Girl?
You can't tell woke folks nothing. And that whole woke thing, y'all, don't get. Oh goodness, that's been hijacked.
You can't tell woke folks. Willie, what you mean by that?
What do you mean, Willie?
Yeah, you can't tell woke folks nothing because woke is a trigger word now.
Yes, it is. It's been hijacked.
Woke means nigga, stop talking all that truth. You see what I'm saying? Because when you say woke, I mean
they call them the woke mob.
Give me the opposite of woke. Are you asleep?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't use conscious as much because if you're not conscious, what the fuck are you? Unconscious? Mm-hmm. So we're all aware of what goes on. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of who chooses to care about it. That's it. So if you don't care, just say you don't care.
Yeah,
I'd rather you say that.
Yeah,
be like, don't take digs at different sections of black society. Say you don't care.
The NFL player Aaron Rodgers talk about the woke mob. I said it's over. Mm-hmm. This dude's talking about shit, what are you talking about? They just take it and just hijack stuff.
You go on Twitter, you go on the internet. It's this thing by white people started it, but there's some black folks on the boat too. Oh, the woke movement. Everything's about racism. Well, shit. 94% of it is. What do you want me to do? Ignore it?
Hey,
act like it's not happening.
How was the wealth built in this country?
Come on, man.
How was the Wall Street story?
It's not my fault when you break down most shit. When you break down most shit, there's some nefarious shit involved in it. Mm-hmm. What should we do to stop it? Non-woke person. Because we're supposed to stop it, right? Because Martin Luther King, all these brilliant people, Malcolm, we cherish these brothers. They were killed, man. White folks killed them.
At their primes.
30-something-year-old white folks killed them. So today, should I still be getting harassed by cops? Should I still accept that? Should I still turn in the other cheek? Should be a cuss word.
You're going to get both sides of your face slapped.
You go get both.
I don't like it slapped.
You're going to get both sides of your face slapped. Mm-hmm. See? So anybody who tells me, yes, racism exists. I get Negroes in my DMs all the time. Racism exists, Harrison, but you got to just ignore it. Okay, I'm going to tell you this.
Who else is?
Look, you go to the doctor. They tell you got cancer. If you come home and your woman say, hey, just ignore that shit. We good.
It'll go away.
I'm a die, baby.
You'll beat it.
with no nothing, just ignoring it.
No chemo, no nothing.
You can't ignore issues. You have to be willing to speak about them. All of us do, or you're gonna get slapped in your face. We always see the Negroes on TV. Your cousin got shot. Now it's fuck these cops. But you were Blue Lives Mattering. You were saying, well, white lives do matter, right?
All lives matter.
You see,
we all know that, but ours are getting eradicated at a fast rate. So we got to talk about ours.
Yeah,
we don't want to get killed on TV.
Yeah. So on TV, because think about it. Think about if a white kid got murdered by a cop on TV. I don't care what the circumstances are. Just we seen a video.
When have you seen it?
I'm making up a fairy tale, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
This is fairy tale talk. Okay. If we seen it, there would be new laws tomorrow.
They ran up on the White House and they get smoked.
Who jumps the gate? We're watching you guys jump the gate like, oh my God, people are gonna die this evening.
I wanted to see and here. What? Hey, he crushed me. I'm hurt. And what happened? Nothing. Yeah. They saying we're gonna indict Trump. We're gonna indict Trump. They doing this.
But this is white privilege because they're in there. These white folks is in these
country don't punish white privilege.
Luxurious Capitol building taking shits on desk. What are they doing? They're just sitting on the random people's pictures.
Then going back to be lawyers and cops
all day long.
And they hate America.
Yeah. See?
What? So what are you mad about?
Yeah. So for your black skin, it's different for you. I don't care how much money you've accumulated. I don't care where you live, the kind of car you drive, how your woman look, how your white neighbors treat you. They're only nice to you, bro, because it's just you. Do me a favor. Bring 19 of your blackest relatives.
And don't even kick it. Don't even party. Just have them just walk in like a clown car. That's another one. Watch your white neighbors doing this through the window. They're multiplying, Becky.
They're going to call the cops on you. It's just Tyrone was okay. But who are all these other guys?
Yeah, Shaq is cool.
Didn't know come to your house.
Yeah, Shaq is cool. But all your cousins?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, see? And this is what Negroes do. Even bringing up Shaq. Shaq is my guy. Great NBA player. Great commentator.
Smart businessman.
Smart businessman. But he likes to throw racism under the table.
Yes, he does.
He's very versed at saying, hey, I don't believe in internet. I don't think
he does.
I don't think we should believe in internet.
Yes, he does. Because it's corporate partnerships.
And his dad was a cop.
Uh-huh.
See, so you go with your experiences. Your dad was a cop, so you know what a cop has to deal with. But that
and if you've ever heard, it's really, really telling too. Listen to Shaq and Charles Barkley talk about Tom Brady or other white guys. Not only his skills, but how handsome he is. They don't say this about other black dudes.
That's Jesus.
That's that white worship of Jesus.
That's Jesus. Jarrette, you didn't know? They talking. They Tom Brady is God.
You see what I'm saying?
If you just transfer it.
Oh, he's so handsome. What?
Your big stupid
talk
ass.
About how his football play. Let us woman talk about how he looks.
And then Charles and Shaq need to realize if Shaq was a construction worker in his city, and the cops pulled him over, you get your big black ass out. Shaq put on a hood and walk around Beverly Hills. Put on a hood and jog around Beverly Hills.
He's an interim cop. Where?
Just for kicks and giggles?
Just for kicks and giggles.
Be an interim protester.
How about that, Shaq?
Be an interim black violence.
I know you give jobs and whatnot, but as far as speaking out, and that's one thing too, though. I don't want to attack, or say, he's supposed to be doing this, supposed to be doing that.
He could be doing it on the law.
He could be doing more.
He could be doing more
from what I'm seeing.
He could be doing it now.
We don't know.
What's highlighted?
What's highlighted?
Let's keep that real. All I got is what you say, though, bro.
Yes.
all I got is your words. You could be the spook that sat by the door. You could be saying whatever on TV, but behind the scenes, just That could be
Charles is a coon. Okay. You got a white feeling. Okay. Yes, you do, Charles.
Yeah.
I said it.
See, because Charles is an example where the rhetoric matches the relationship.
Kyrie, you know what? It's terrible. Kyrie, it's terrible. I can't believe you say about Jewish people. I got Jewish friends. It's terrible. Kenny, Shaq, I tell you, I can't believe you said this. It's anti-Semitic, this anti-Semitism. I tell you. Shaq, Charles,
if you didn't have money, bro, they'd pull you over and take you out the car on GP.
He brags about not doing his homework at Auburn. He brags about it. Like, we know you didn't read no books.
We know you didn't read no books.
Come on, man.
And him marrying a white woman, that is in alignment with everything he said.
He kissed a white referee, Dick Babetta, in his mouth on TV.
He did.
Why?
Jesus, that's God, boy.
For what? What does that do for you?
And some black folks come from like Alabama or these places where it was hella racist, right? Where they come out of that thinking, I ain't never going back there. Like, I'm gonna
do whatever it takes.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes because that was so bad. I'm gonna capitulate because I wasn't there fighting. You see?
I was there surviving.
Everybody wasn't young like that, fighting and putting up a ruckus. Some people was like, head down, can't wait to get out of here.
Humming.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm. So
everybody, thank you for tuning in to a brand new episode of the Melanated Convo podcast. Me and my boy JB, man.
All right, come on.
We give it up today. Oh, don't forget, go to my Instagram page, Melanated Convo 100, or email me, melanatedconvopod@gmail. New podcast merch, family.
New swag, y'all. Come get you some.
New podcast merch, family.
Mine gray. Got the black one.
Got the white one?
The Convo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got one of these, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on now.
Love it. Come on
now. So support your boy, man. So everybody who's been supporting me, I really do appreciate it. Like the video, subscribe, continue to share like you guys have been doing. I really do appreciate you. This has been a great episode of the Melanated Convo podcast. Me and my great friend, my brother.
Yes.
JB, you feel me?
If he can't drop your shirt off, I will. Holler at us in Sacramento.
There we go. So thank you all for tuning in to another episode of the Melanated Convo podcast.